What's up? Nah, yeah, I'm talking about another Detroit team, another Detroit topic again. Detroit Lions. My top six games to look out for in the 2016-2017 season for the Detroit Lions. Games to look out for. The games that I'm looking out for closely. Um, these are my six. Okay, the first game. The first game is the game to look out for against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, this team this team, this not gonna really tell about this team too much in the first week, too much, not all the time. But last year, it kind of tell about how our season was gonna go with the Chargers. It kind of did because we was up 21-3 going into halftime, just to lose the game 33-28. Like what the fuck? Like it's like the team they was rolling offensively and the defense is pretty solid, and then it seemed like the Monstars off of Space Jam just took over the talent of the Detroit Lions. Like, what the fuck? It was like that. Like, the offensive line couldn't block for shit. The goddamn defense was sucking dick, and I was getting pissed. Motherfucking Phillip Rivers was dotting us the fuck up. We was getting dotted up, boy. Man, oh boy, that kind of tell a lot about the season, man, because we couldn't hold on to our lead. It was a bunch of games that we could have won last year that we didn't win because we didn't hold on to our lead. But yeah, that game kind of did tell us about the season. But the Colts, we going against them and Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck gonna be back. He gonna be looking for something to prove. He gonna be looking to prove himself again after the way his season ended last year with an injury. Even before the injury, he really wasn't playing that good anyway. He wasn't playing that well to begin with, even before the injury. But he gonna be looking to redeem himself in this game. So this game, I'm gonna look closely at it because I want to see how this defense performs. I'm putting extra attention on that defense. I want to see how that defense perform against Andrew Luck and the offense. Yeah, that's a game I'm looking out for. I don't want to be one of those San Diego Chargers games again. The Lions be beating the piss out of the damn Colts and shit, and then the Colts come back and whoop our ass. Like I don't want to see that shit. Then another thing I don't want to see is the Colts like they beat us like 4 years ago. They beat the Lions like in the last minute of the game. Like it was like 10 seconds left, and then Andrew Luck threw a screen pass and shit, and the motherfucker got a touchdown, and we lost the fucking game. And I was so fucking pissed when we lost that game 4 years ago, man. I was mad as fuck. Okay, I was too pissed. I threw a coffee mug. You know I was pissed off. I was throwing shit. I was mad as fuck. So that's the game I'm looking out for. The next game I'm looking out for is the Chicago Bears. Or let me say this, the Shaffalia Pooh Bears. Let me say that correctly. The Shaffalia Pooh Bears. On the road at Soldier Field. The reason why I say this game is because we're on the road and the Bears, their defense claim they got better and shit like that. And they claim they got better overall. So we'll see. But I want to see how Matthew Stafford respond without Calvin Johnson. I should have said that for the first game, but really this game gonna tell the truth a little bit more about Matthew Stafford and the absence of Megatron. So even though he wasn't Megatron last year, he was just Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson, the absence of him, I want to see how he respond with a better defense. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have said the Packers the week before, but I say the Bears. The reason why I say that because this team, they don't like the Bears. They don't like the Packers either. I just want to see how they respond though to a better defense without Megatron, which I'm quite sure they're gonna. I'm quite sure they're gonna probably bust their ass still, but we'll see. We'll see. I just want to see how they respond. The next game I'm gonna be looking out for is the Minnesota Vikings on Thanksgiving though. The Minnesota Vikings on Thanksgiving. Excuse me, my throat is dry. Excuse me. But, yeah, as I was saying, the Minnesota Vikings on Thanksgiving. I want to see how the Lions respond because people saying this team going to be in an NFC Championship game. There was a couple people saying the Vikings going to be in the Super Bowl. I'm like, hold on now. Slow your roll now. Come on, slow it down. Pipe it down a little bit now. I don't know they're going to be in the Super Bowl now. I don't know about that. I mean, their defense is good, but I don't think they that damn good. They can be had. Oh, the Vikings can be had. The Lions, honestly, last year, they could have beat the Vikings last year. Especially when we was home. We was at home. We could have easily beat the Vikings. But what failed the Lions last year was the thing I'm looking out for closely in this game. Is how would the offensive line respond? Because the offensive line was straight doo-doo. It was trash. It was disgusting. I fucking hated the way the offensive line played last season. We was trash. We played worse at home than we did against the Vikings on the road, which is kind of odd to me, but we did. The offensive line was trash. I want to see how they perform. I really do. I want to see how they perform. I want to see Taylor Decker. I want to see what he can do, mainly in the season. But I want to see how the whole offensive line as a whole perform because last year the Vikings, Mike Zimmer was dialing up blitzes out the ass. Like this dude was sending motherfucking 6, 7, 8 motherfuckers in the box, just blowing up Matthew Stafford. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Matthew Stafford was getting blew up. Okay, blew up. It was a couple times Matthew Stafford, when he did get time, he was carving their ass up. But how often was that in that game? Not often. So I want to see how that offensive line respond, man. Because if they come out and play like shit again, man. If they come out and play like shit against the Vikings and somehow get swept, oh my God. I'm going to rip them a new asshole. I'm going to tear their ass apart. You thought what I did last year when they lost against the Vikings was bad. You thought that was bad. Oh, you ain't see nothing yet. Oh, I'm going to really kill this fucking team. I'm going to be going off if they lose if they get swept again. Or they lose, especially if the offensive line play like shit. I'm going to go the fuck off. So, that game I'm going to definitely be looking out for. Not only that, and that game is on Thanksgiving. And we're at home. You better motherfucking win that game. And Ebron was talking shit. So you better hold to your word. You better come out and bust their ass. Because if y'all don't perform well, I'm going in on you motherfuckers. I'm gonna cut into you motherfuckers. Like I said, you thought what I said last year was bad. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm really cutting the fuck up this year. I ain't bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting. I'm serious. The next game, literally the next game, the New Orleans Saints. This game is something to look out for. We beat the Saints last year, 35-27. Stafford threw for 88% completion percentage. And that game, Calvin Johnson only had 1 reception. But yet, without Calvin Johnson, we not shit, right? When he really didn't throw him the fucking ball but once. Literally, he threw him the ball 1 fucking time. But yeah, the offense ain't gonna be shit, right? And they didn't even double team his ass for real. Motherfuckers was getting off, man. Theo Riddick was going off. Golden Tate was going off. Ebron was going off. And we ain't shit without Calvin Johnson. Okay, we'll see. Okay, sure. But anyway, we talking about the guy that only had 1 reception and got popped after he got the reception by Brandon Brown. And Calvin was like, yeah, man, fuck the NFL. He said it like a couple days ago. He said, fuck the NFL. He ain't literally say it, but he ain't say fuck the NFL, but he said he got fed up with the NFL because of all them damn injuries he had. He had a lot of injuries. I'm quite sure Calvin Johnson had concussion problems that he never announced. Like, he had a lot of concussions. So he probably never announced some of his concussions he had. He probably had a lot of concussions, bruised up body, fucked up body, all kinds of shit. So, but yeah, anyway, I want to see how the Lions respond in the Silverdome. I mean, not the Silverdome, the Superdome. Wow, I just did a Hulk Hogan type shit, did I? Hulk Hogan, hey brother, racist ass bitch. But anyway, yeah, I want to see how they play them in the Superdome because we killed them last year, and And then reason why we got the Saints again because they're a third place team. But you know, and I also want to see Matthew Stafford versus Drew Brees. That's fun as fuck to watch, if you ask me. It's one of the best quarterback duos of all in the NFL, period. It's one of the best quarterback duos in the NFL, period. If you think I'm bullshitting, watch the games the Lions and the Saints had against each other. Watch the games that Matthew Stafford and Drew Brees go against each other. And you're going to be entertained like a motherfucker. Because them have been high-scoring games. They've been shootouts and shit like that. They've been fun as fuck to watch, man. This is going to be the same shit. Every time they go against each other, they be busting each other ass and shit. So, fuck that. People are talking about Tom Brady and motherfucking Peyton Manning and shit. People talking about Breeze and Rodgers and shit. No, Breeze and Rodgers ain't got shit on Stafford and Breeze. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I know Rodgers and Breeze, it don't be like how Stafford and Breeze beat up. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Because them games that the Lions go against the Saints, it'd be entertaining. I'll just tell you that. But yeah, the next game I'm going to be looking out for, the fucking Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. You punk-ass Cowboys. Man, I'm still not over that shit that they fucked us over in the playoffs. I'm still not over that shit. I don't give a fuck. We got fucking cheated. Flat out. We got cheated big time. How the fuck? I still don't get how the fuck you pick up a flag when you call pass interference. When it was a pass interference, it was clearly pass interference, by the way. He grabbed Pettigrew. He grabbed his ass. He delayed his route tree. And he knocked him on his ass. And you still say that's not pass interference? What the fuck? And people gonna say, well, even that play, Sam Martin fucked up the punt and they had 6 minutes left to come back and blah. Like, dude. Not just that call, but the Dez Bryant when he ran onto the field with no fucking helmet on. That should have been the penalty too, bitch. Fuck out of here. And who's to say if the Lions got that call, who's to say they want to score the touchdown to win the fucking game? I think that did fuck up their momentum. It did. It completely discouraged that fucking team. It completely discouraged the momentum of the Lions. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Because if they scored in that drive, Cowboys lose. They lose the fucking game. 27-24. They lose. They're done. You know what I'm saying? They're done. The Cowboys lose the game. Shit. And the Lions go against the Seahawks and the Cowboys at home. Fishing. Okay? So get that bullshit out of here. Talking about, well, they ain't altered the game. Get the fuck out of here. Because the reason why they fucked over the game, they know any other time the Lions go against the Cowboys, the Lions always bust their ass every fucking time. We always whoop their ass. So this time it's America's team. It's the golden big marketed team in the NFL and shit. So they say, you know what? Fuck the Lions. They not as marketable as the Cowboys. Fuck that. We gonna have the Cowboys winning and go against another team that is very marketable and our golden team in the NFL, which is the Green Bay Packers. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of fishy to me. But anyway, I want to see how Matthew Stafford respond after this fuckery. I really do. I know he was pissed. He was pissed that he lost that game. Oh, he was mad. I can see him. I can see him right now coming in that bitch and lighting they ass the fuck up, like killing this fucking team. I can see him come right now, just beating the shit out of them Cowboys. Right now, I could just see it from a mile away. I really do. I can see them just coming in and don't be on no bullshit. Just come in and they bust their ass. But I want to see how you respond. That's the main guy I want to see how you respond. Matthew Stafford. I want to see how you respond. I want to see how the coaches respond too, because we know that was some bullshit. But I'm not going to keep going over that shit. And then the last game I'm looking forward to is obviously the Packers, literally the next game after the Cowboys game. The Green Bay Packers at home. The Green Bay Packers on the road against my Detroit Lions in Ford Field in the Den. Now, the Lions lost against the Green Bay Packers last season due to a Hail Mary, which was led up to a false fucking face mask. Now, the game, it was bullshit. Like, I know the Packers, it seemed so scripted. Like, it seemed like the Packers was coming back and shit, but they still would have lost the game. Now, motherfucking Aaron Rodgers, he ducked his head down like this when Taylor was reaching for his body, but he somehow ducked his head down and his pinky grazed a little bit against his face, his grill of his face, a little bit. It ain't even do that much. It was a tiny bit. It was just enough for the referee to call some bullshit. And in the NFL, it'd be face masks on every fucking play. It'd be face masks and holding on every motherfucking play in the game. But this time, you want to call it now. Get the fuck out of here, man. He didn't even grab. I could see if he grabbed into his shit and pulled him the fuck down. Yeah, that's face mask. I wouldn't even get mad. If we would have lost like that, if Devin Taylor pulled his shit down like that, I would have been mad that he done it, but I wouldn't have got too pissed because I'm like, yeah, it is a face mask. I can't argue that. I cannot argue that because it is. But he didn't grab into his shit. He barely touched his ass. And the reason why he even touched it because he ducked his head down, dummy. I felt like the refs bailed their ass out, man, again. Like they always do. Every time the Lions in danger of sweeping their ass or beating the fuck out of the Packers, they somehow start calling some bullshit. Every fucking time. Do you notice that shit? If you're a Lions fan, do you notice that shit? That's some bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. For real. The refs bailed their ass the fuck out, man. They got bailed out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That was some bullshit. I was too fucking mad. I know you see, if you last season, I know you see my video. I made 2 parts to that shit, to that game. 2 parts. How often I made 2 parts to a game? Exactly. I made 2 parts to that shit. You know I was mad as hell. It was some bullshit. Y'all got bailed out again. Because I know the Lions can whoop the Packers' ass. We know the ingredients to beat the fuck out of the Packers. We know the ingredients. We know how to beat them. We the only team in the North that really gives them problems. The Bears, the Vikings, and the Lions, yes. They give them problems. And that was some bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck. They got bailed out on some fluke shit. And that Hail Mary should have never fucking happened. When I don't care if it was a face mask. The game should have been over. Even if it was a face mask, the game should have been over because the clock hit all zeros. It should have been over. But somehow they get an extra play? The fuck? You got bailed out, man. Come on. Fuck out of here. This game can have playoff implications. It can. It can. I can see the Lions potentially making the playoffs this year. I didn't say they will. I said they could potentially make the playoffs. This can have playoff implications, or this game don't mean shit to the Lions. It's just another fucking game. Either way, I don't want to lose to this bitch ass team. But yeah, man, that's it for the games of the year for the Lions. I made this video longer than I wanted to. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. What games that you looking forward to this upcoming season for the Lions? Peace.